I don't normally, well, I do sometimes apologise for loud noises. I don't know if you can hear the birds outside. I feel like I'm in an Alfred Hitchcock movie. What is going on?
Don't wait for me, 'cause I keep breathing fire. I won't wait for you, 'cause you keep telling lies. I keep going high, she keeps going low. At the end of the day, she's gone. But you don't wait for me, 'cause I keep breathing fire. And you keep telling lies.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Outcasts to Icons with me, the man with the purple potion drink. As always, of course, do it for the algorithm, drop a like on the video, that would be great. What is your favourite algorithm-related movie? I particularly liked Saving Private Algorithm the other day in the comments. I think it would be fair to say that the last video didn't go according to plan for us. The defeats this season to Alki, they've been kind of weird. I think, are they our only 2 defeats? Or certainly 2 of very few. They just seem to have our number. And sometimes that can happen, I find. And that's fine, because we've now played both games against Alki, so we don't have to do it again. That's a good sign. We are still, of course, in the promotion battle massively. And it's really looking like, I mean, anyone from 6th upwards could still be conceivably well in this. I think some teams will drop away, as they always do. But nevertheless, we're still firmly in this. Massive goal difference. Definitely not out of this by any means. And I think partly injuries haven't helped us over this period. But what I think has really been a part of the factor is the sheer club atmosphere. It has gone from basically nearly full bar of green to now, as of the latest thing that's happened in between, like half the bar is now red. Because I've had 2 more meetings with players coming to me, or rather groups of players, saying that you should be starting this no-name fringe player, and then they don't take no for an answer. And every single time it just ruins the morale even more. And I don't think there's anything we can do about that. The worst thing about it is as well, when those fringe players initially come to ask me for football, and obviously you have to be like, no, there's a reason I set your status to be a lower squad rating. But the issue is usually at that point, when they do kick up a fuss, you can just be like, fine, I'll look to move you on and it's fine. The issue is that every single time that's happened this season, that's not the outcome. When I try to do the move them on thing, they go, no, I'm not moving. I'm just going to be angry, which then obviously ends up being toxicity through the rest of the club. So that could honestly end up being our downfall this season if we don't sort ourselves out. But positive thinking. We've got a run of easier fixtures today. 4 fixtures against teams, I believe, 10th and downwards before our second live come today against Paralimni away from home, which, bear in mind, we beat them 4-0 earlier this season. There is quality in this team. We just need to find it again, get our fingers out of our asses, and start playing some football again and getting ourselves back up towards the top of the league. Who's with me? Or something like that. And of course, I'm not above making tactical changes. It's nice that we have a base. We've got a good base to build on tactically right now. I like what we have, but I feel like it can always be better. But making changes in the middle of a season that is, relatively speaking, still going quite well, isn't always preferable. It's hard with Mendy because I actually don't think he's done that badly lately. And maybe the striker doesn't always have to be the focal point. You can actually use them as more of a utility, but maybe the pressing forward isn't the correct role. I don't know. Something we'll look at, maybe a deep lying forward, perhaps. And I'm honestly happy to continue with Sawless on this left-hand side. Thankfully, a lot of the players that are actually angry, well, you can see who they are. It's people like Christou, frankly. He is the ringleader in all of this. He has been the head of every single one of these meetings, unfortunately. So, same lineup for me today. Sawless on the left. Loco's going to have to play there, but I have been concerned about him so far. You can see that he's definitely the weak link in the defence. But, over the last 4 games, really, he's still the weakest, but not by much. Now, obviously, if he were to leave at the end of the season, I wouldn't actually just, look at this, I wouldn't actually just bin it off after the final game, because we could potentially get genuine repercussions from doing that. We'd do what we did last time to ensure that we got any kind of rep boost that was necessary, because I feel like if we were to get them promoted, we would get another rep bump, which might just be enough to land us a job where it's a bit more stable and we actually can get those badges. Also, apologies for the slight mic issues over the last couple of episodes. New mic setup, things are a bit weird. I should have got it sorted by now, hopefully. But yeah, there's always going to be teething issues when you've used the same microphone for the past 7 years and you finally upgrade and they're like, oh, how do I do this? A win here. Oh, lovely start. Christodoulos Christou. He may be a bit of a bellend right now, and it might just be the captain's armband has some kind of anti-magical powers. We could have done with that goalkeeper with the magic build, really. But that is a great ball in from Fombatas. That's his 11th assist of the season, and a great finish from Christou, to be fair. Getting into a good position, and we have an early lead, something to hang on to. Really nice. But still, slightest start. Oh, hello. Styliano's managed to make a tackle there. What a tackle there. You have... Firstly, that didn't even look like it was in the box. It might have been borderline. Secondly, he clearly wins the ball. I actually can't remember the last time we conceded a penalty that was actually a penalty. As Santa... Oh my God, the goalkeeper... Sorry. It's the way that he saves it and then dives sort of near the ball. I like that. It's like he has brain lag. Got to use that overlap from Fombatas. We've got plenty of men in the box here. Goes through. Christou's header, and it's just over the crossbar. That's more like it, lads. Well played. They're almost sort of telegraphing those kinds of mistakes now. The cohesion in the team really seems to have lacked lately. But maybe just getting a couple of... Wow, it's not a bad pass, actually. Maybe just getting a win or two in a row, if we can, would just help with that in some ways. Victor whips it through. Regan Booty! Oh, that was his booty bread and butter right there. I don't normally... Well, I do sometimes apologise for loud noises. I don't know if you can hear the birds outside. I feel like I'm in an Alfred Hitchcock movie. What's going on? Maybe some birds were trying to launch a Super League and those birds were just doing their part. I'm alright with that. Let's go. Thank you, birds. Weird little segue there, but we're back. Sawless now. He's had an okay start to this game as well. I think he might have displaced Miera in the side for now at least until, you know, there's an injury or Miera sort of does something when he comes back in. Fombatas. Oh, Booty made a little run behind and he maybe could have picked him out, but Styliano now with space. He's going to find the cross and Sawless's header is on target. Half time and obviously, like... We've been pretty solid throughout this game so far, and I'm very happy with the performance. I'd like to see us grab that second goal, though. That's very important. It's one of the things we did so well earlier this season was our passing play, and we seem to have lost a bit of that lately. Victor now. Okay, he's got runners. One of them is Sawless. So many bodies in the way, of course, with the system these guys play as well, which isn't helping. Oh, Fombatas! Oh, that's a great goal from Remy Fombatas. I thought he was going to slide that ball through for Mamadou Mendy, but he didn't need to. Regan Booty will grab the assist. The Booty-Victor pairing in the midfield today has been very, very strong. They've really, like, anchored that position there. It's a nice football build-up, though. But I just thought this was going to be flicked around the side, but Fombatas has just gone for it. He's had an excellent season. Remy Fombatas has been extremely good this year. Great goal. Really good stuff. Confidence back. Oh, just nice to see a bit more flow from us. Victor drops it around the side for Miera, and that's a really nice goal, and we're 3 goals to the good, and this is a bit more like the Ermis of old. Maybe it just took a bit of cleansing to get this one out of our system, to get that poor result gone. Miera's just come off the bench for Sawless. That's a really nice piece of play. Victor, I think that's another assist on the night for him. Gorgeous little pick out here. To find Miera, just makes a little run back and slots it near post. 3-0, game over. Victor again. Christou, he's going to shoot, isn't he? Surely. Miera! Oh, wow. Okay. Marcio Miera has obviously got a point to prove. He ain't no vampire. He's come off the bench and scored a brace in not a large period of time, and now it's 4-0 to Ermis. We've got a lot of 4-0s in us this season. Christou drops it off, and Miera's just gone, you know what, have a bang on that. Near post thunderbolt, and it's 4-0 to Ermis. So I have actually made some changes in the second half. We went work ball into the box, and I upped the tempo slightly, and it seems to have really made a difference. Just in terms of getting us to move that ball a bit more. And it's going to be Thoy 0, Ermis 4. And once again, we do have these performances in us. And if we could just go on a little run of games like this, leading into that Paralimni game, that could be a real title decider potentially. Get that confidence back, keep going, get the clean sheet. And there it is, Thoy 0, Ermis 4. I mean, and they missed a penalty in this game as well. Really, really good work from the lads. Christou with a goal, 2 for Marcio Miera, and obviously the one for Remy Fombatas. Wow, just great performances all round from the lads. Brilliant work. That's exactly what we needed. Now, obviously, we're still only 2 points clear in there, but plus 25 to plus 9, it definitely makes a difference. Wow, Kukovica just scored 5 times for Persevda away from home. They're looking a bit more tasty these days. I'm still pretty happy with this. Right, so games off camera, only 3 this time, I think, and then back for Paralimni. We're going to do a bigger chunk in the next episode. Worry not. Wow. What a period of matches is all I can really say. Let's just jump into it. So firstly, we were at home against ASIL. They were bottom of the form standings, ball over the top. Mendy, of all people, on the end of it to make it 1-0 to Ermis after just 2 minutes. It's always nice to get that under our belts early days. And then on the 53rd minute, ball whipped out to the right-hand side here for Sawless. Eventually manages to turn it back across, comes to the back post, and there was Remy Fombatas. Just nice to see him scoring. Just nice to see that Fombatas is getting a few more goals for the club now. And again, not the best performance going forward from us, but we were so good at the back that it kind of didn't actually matter. And we're building a nice little... Loco's fitting in a bit now that she's starting to get some game time for us. So a good win and very important, clean sheet. But after that, things just kind of went a bit mental, to be honest. Christou, after 19 seconds, scores this goal to put us in front against Othellos. And the game didn't really get any less frantic from that point onwards, to be honest. It was absolutely nuts. Christou picking the ball up again, putting it over the top after 15 minutes this time for Mendy to get in there and slam another one home. Lovely to see him scoring a few more goals for us at this point. But moments later, we made it even worse for them. Again, Mendy picking the ball up. They played a 4-4-2 and we were able to just waltz through them at will here. They clear it straight to Sawless, who makes it 3-0 3-0 after just 18 minutes. At that point, though, we got a defensive injury, and they got a penalty at the same moment, basically, to make it 3-1. We ended up playing a striker at centre-back due to the height, and we had no one else on the pitch. But then look at this goal. Look at the football leading up to that for Regan Booty to dink it home to make it 4-1. Nice to see him scoring another goal for us, but we were not done yet, as the second half just flew away at this point. 52 minutes on the clock. Lovely play on the edge of the area. Ball played through. Booty on the end of it. Second goal of the night for him, and all of a sudden it's 5-1 to Ermis. But you might think at that point, oh, it's done. No, it's not. Madan absolutely scything down Mendy. Apparently got the ball. Fontaine coming through, and it was 5-2. Defensive positioning, of course, terrible from having the striker at centre-back situation, and it didn't get a lot better after 68 minutes. This game just kept on going. Ball was whipped in. People were out of position. Easy one for Akani. 5-3 on the night. And I was starting to get a bit worried at that point, as we were not looking particularly strong defensively. But then in the 91st minute, oh, you're going to love this. Ball out wide here with Sawless. Whips it through. Regan Booty on the end of it. A hat-trick for the Booty man and his 10th goal of the year. So he's at Ermis 6, Othellos 3. And look at the XG for this game. I think that might be the highest I've ever seen as far as like both teams combined. Over 7 expected goals in this match, and we ended up with 9. What a game. A hat-trick for the Booty man. That 4th goal that he scored was absolute filth with the link-up. Just what a game. And lastly, we carried that exact same ethos into the next game against Ahironis. Just complete cluster. And look at this strike from Christou. In off the crossbar, kisses it on the way through, 25 minutes, 1-0 Ermis. Beautiful stuff. But then, moments later, we started to get our act together a little bit more. Lovely ball here, around the side from Booty, finds Fombatas, dinks it to the back post. There was Sawless on the end of it from that left-hand side to make it 2-0 to Ermis. And it was at that point that Ahironis finally decided to wake up. Ball was whipped in, flicked on, easy into the back of the net for 2-1, and I did start to get a little bit concerned at that point, but I needn't have, as on the 40th minute, Fombatas' ball through, comes to Mendy, another goal for the Mendy man to make it 3-1, and then on 45 minutes, it just kept on going. Sawless out wide on the right, pulls it back to Victor, pulls out a delicious ball in. Mendy with the flick on header for another goal for Mendy. He's seeing a lot more goals lately, and it's really, really helping us. But still, this was still first half stoppage time. Zizopoulos gets the ball out wide here. Eventually, just a lovely ball whipped through. Easy finish for Passas to make it 4-2 on the night. Our defence has definitely suffered. I think having a defensive injury in this particular game and missing Dynamite has definitely made us worse at the back. But we've just been unleashed going forwards here. I think that's 15 goals we've scored in our last 4 league games. We could not come into this period of form with any... we couldn't come into this game right now with any better form. It's actually ridiculous. Still, though, only 2 points clear of Paralimni at the top. Our goal difference is 20 better than theirs, which is good, but... I mean, it's so unbelievably tight. Carmio Tissa as well, right in there as well. There's obviously a bit of a gap back after that. There's an 8-point gap back to Iron Appa, and it does seem like it's a 3-horse race for the title at the moment, but we just haven't been able to shake them. And now we play them today as well. You'll notice as well, Fombatas, 14 assists this season in the league alone, and he's got 16 in all competitions. But yeah, what a period of matches. And now... we have the toughest one of all, away at Paralimni. If we pull off a result against these guys right now, or even just hold them to a draw, the problem is their form actually feels better than ours at the moment. That's what it's crazy to say, but it feels like it's true. So I'm going to use my best 11 selection here just to sort of reset things to see if I've got people available. So obviously David Dynamite can't play, and I won't be doing that because Christou has actually done a genuinely good job so far, which is nice. So everything else will be fine. David Dynamite obviously won't start. Bradley Loco will. We can adjust from there. And Antsulis is back now, which is good, because missing him, we definitely looked worse at the back. I think games without Antsulis and Dynamite definitely caused some problems, but you can see Loco definitely starting to look more like a member of the team now. He's started to bed in a bit better. But let's bench out a little bit, make sure we've got options on it if we need it. That looks about right for my money at this point. The party bus has been pumping for the last month, essentially. It's fantastic. They're even thinking of adding a trailer to the back to handle extra people. You know, we did beat them earlier this season. 4-0, in fact. I think it was 4-0. It was 4-0, wasn't it? But wow, we're only second in the form standings, to give you an idea of just how good some of the teams around us have been. The fact that we've won 4 in a row, I guess it's that defeat to Alki that's really cost us, which assumably means with these guys being 5th in the form standings, I guess that means Kami Atissa are up there? I don't know. But if we can put in a performance that's even half as good as the one we put in earlier this season, we could really make a statement today. Kind of feels like it just took them a little while to adjust to the level, but since they've got this, I still suspect that they might end up winning this league. I think that they might just have that little extra ability to win games dirty, and we haven't done enough of that at times. Sawless' ball through, and Booty's header is wide. He honestly should be doing better there. That's what we've come to expect from him. Good news elsewhere, though. Kami Atissa are losing to ASIL at the moment, which would be massively helpful for us if we could get a defeat for them. Oh, go on, bust it, get there. Yes, Regan. That is great play from Regan Booty. That could have, I mean, that's just prevented a counter-attack, and it might actually lead to us doing something here. Here we go. Loco down the left-hand side. Goes to the ball in. Victor's got it, and he's gone low, but the goalkeeper's there. neither team has exactly set the world on fire in this first half. In fact, they look like they have a player going off injured, so they could be down to 10 men for this corner. We need to take advantage of situations like this. Fombatas' ball in, and Antsoulas has done exactly that. Georgios Antsoulas makes it Paralimni 0, Ermis 1, and that is the difference with having a player like him in the team. We haven't looked anywhere near as threatening from set pieces in this entire period, when he's missed the last 2 games through injury, I think. Fombatas with the great ball in, Antsoulas rises highest above 2 of them, and now we lead in the top of the table clash. Huge. I mean, that would be a massive statement, and I'd say we just about deserve it. We've been very strong defensively, haven't created a lot, but we've done what we needed to do today, and we lead, and this could be huge. We could go 5 points clear of them with a win here. That back post cross could be dangerous, but well mopped up by Loco, and now the breakaway is on again. Christou, Mendy does brilliantly there. He's showing a bit more for runs. Fombatas, oh, was there a pass around the side potentially? Maybe. Booty drops it short. Goes for the back post, and Solis in off the side, and it's Vasilis Solis to make it Paralimni 0, Ermis 2, and with half an hour to go, this is a huge win for us, and it would be 5 in a row should we get it. We seem to be putting those inner squad turmoil troubles behind us. What a ball in, by the way, from Regan Booty with his left foot there. Solis has done brilliantly off this left-hand side. Marco Miera, he did well off the bench in that one game, but he's just not been good enough, sadly. Imagine if he scored a 3rd goal against them. Brooks' ball in, and Booty's there, knocks it down for Formia. Wow, what a stroll! How did they get away with that? That should have easily been 3-0, and we're not out the wow. We should have scored a goal there. Miera, back for Brooks. Go on, now find one. Drops it, whips it in, and Fombatas, and it is 3-0. Remy Fombatas has been contributing a lot more goals as of late. I think that's his 3rd goal of this episode alone. I think he only had 1 coming into today's video, and he's just been racking up goals and assists in this period. He's not even that tall. Miera does brilliantly to pick this ball out, though. Like, that's a really nice piece of vision. They completely leave Fombatas, goes back across the goalkeeper, and we're 3-0 up against Paralimni. What on earth? Paralimni 0, Ermis Arabadou 3. 5th consecutive victory. We've kept a clean sheet today, which is even better. And then that is just absolutely brilliant work from the lads. Loco with an 8.1. He has really grabbed that position with open arms now. It took him like 4 or 5 games to really bed into the team, but since he's there, he's been spectacularly good. And again, the front 6 just doing their jobs brilliantly. Christou had a bit of a poor day by his standards, but it doesn't even matter. And so did Mendy, in fairness. But what a result. 18 goals now scored in our last 5 league games. There's something else. We are just on next level. Still only 2 points clear at the top, but we are on for a really heavy points total at this point. We've had our little wobble, and now we just seem to be flying away. I'm excited for what the rest of the season holds. It was barely a wobble. We had a draw. We had a spell of 5 games, so we had a draw, 2 wins, and 2 defeats in there. One of the wins was against Kamia Tissa, and the other was against Bottom. But since then, 5 consecutive victories, minimum of 2 goals scored in every single match, and we've hit 4 twice, 3 once, and 6 once as well. Bigger chunk coming up next video, as I want to get up to the Kamia Tissa game. So we're going to do Ammonia Persevda, obviously, to start off with, and then we'll do like 5 off camera, and that'll be quite a lot of game time travel because the games are much further apart here. So yeah, to set us up for the end of the season, because I just really don't see this getting any easier over that period. That being said, 6th place at home, 14th place, 10th place, then it does start to get a bit tougher. This little run here is what's going to make or break our season, I sense. Anyway, if you've enjoyed it, and I hope you have, I'm amazed. That's back-to-back away wins as well. If you've liked it, like the video, I guess. That'd be helpful. If you're new to the channel and this is the first video of mine you've seen, subscribe. Hit that big old red button. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursday, and Saturdays, so go follow there too. And I will join you guys tomorrow as this season starts to come towards the very end. It may well be the final stretch of games we play at the club, but still, we're going to make sure that we get some good results. Well, not make sure. We'll do as best as we can to make sure we get some good results, I suppose, even if I have to yell. And you know I hate to yell. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.
At the end of the day, she's gone, but you